It's never easy, to launch a brand new theatre show. We saw that recently, even despite, of course, the colossal box office of Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard on Broadway. Sadly, that posted a loss, and you wouldn't have thought that was possible with such a superstar, a beautiful lady as Nicole. But it's not always about the box office. It's mainly about exactly how you sell the show. You see, part of the deal is that there you have this wonderful, talented cast, the costumes, the book, you book the theatre, you've got the investment, and suddenly you've now got to go out and sell the show. It should be easy because when you look at big shows like Mamma Mia, ABBA or Tina Turner, we're already aware of the wonderful back catalogue of songs that helps you transition into wanting to enjoy a wonderful matinee or a brilliant night out. Now, my argument is always, and I'm very honest, as many of you know, I am passionate about theatre, worked in it for many years myself, being a performer, and I know how hard it is to make sure that the audience have a good time. But you can't be disrespectful to the audience. And more importantly, you have to let the audience know that you're in on the fun. And also you want them to come along and have a wonderful time. You see, there's a brand new musical coming out called Here and Now, and it features the wonderful songs behind the excellent pop group from the 90s and throughout the early noughties, Steps, produced by the impresario and, of course, excellent record producer Pete Waterman. Hit after hit after hit followed, and you would think this would be a cinch. But on their very first outing to try and publicise the show, it really proves that somebody needs to take a grip of just how badly marketing can go wrong. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as ever, welcome one and all brand new subscribers. I am passionate about this. You go, oh, we'll have a lovely wave. You understand that. It's interesting though, isn't it? You put all that money in, you get the investors, you get the background, and you would think that this would be very easy to sell. Now, I'm a big fan of the group. I thought they had an excellent run and some wonderful songs. Brilliant singers too, including Faye Tozer and Claire. And the thing is, they're very, very talented. So this should have been very easy to sell. They decided to, alongside, of course, the marketing team, to sit down on Sunday Brunch, a very little watched sort of early morning show on Channel 4 on a Sunday mornings. And the idea really with the show is the usual mixture of cooking and culture and that sort of stuff. But really the hosts weren't really in on the joke. But also, you might say that Claire and, of course, Faye might want to buck up their ideas if they want to sell the show. You see, first of all, they were chatting about their success. And suddenly the host says, well, let's have a look at one of your songs. And they said 5, 6, 7, 8. Both the girls were like, as if it's not our favourite type of thing. The thing is, the audience bought it in their droves. They love it. It's always your favourite. Then, of course, they decided to roll the video out at the not hooky part of the song, but with the rap. So you're sort of sitting there thinking, is this really the show? Secondly, they come back to the girls, and as they're chatting away, they were very keen to point out that this wasn't their story and they don't appear in it. In fact, it's set in a seaside discount store. Right, no problem with that, very Mamma Mia. Of course, it goes on further. They talk about the tour, etc. They get to a point in the conversation where they say, oh, at Christmas, we're in Stockton-on-Tees, an excellent town, love live theatre. There was a sort of bit of a, skullduggery from the hosts of, mocking the town. Remember, this is a show that's going to be there over the Christmas period. You love the town, you love the people, etc. The point I'm making is, in this very difficult time, to sit there and just think that because you have a track record of mega hits, you can't let the host take control of your product. They don't care. They're TV hosts. It's up to you to sell it. And more importantly, somebody very quickly needs to get to grips with exactly how this is being marketed to the wider public. The previous musical never transferred to London's West End. That's always a sign that it didn't make any money on tour by this particular company. The other side of the coin is simply this. The problem that you have now is people will see this and say, is it worth going to see? I would say absolutely for the songs. But again, the important bit is it's the audience, the people at home. And if you're going to mock an area where you're going to, that is the TV hosts, of course, you've got to be very careful how you turn that around. Either way, Here and Now is starting to tour. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.